I think we have to see the forest and the trees here. And there's one good part of this bill, and then there's the kind of more ugly reality that it avoids. The ugly reality is, unfortunately, or fortunately, or maybe without taking emotion out of it, we are dependent on fossil fuels for a very long time. It is a necessary bridge fuel. And so we need to, if we're talking about energy independence, it can't happen without us, frankly, drilling more and subsidizing the capital incentives of private companies to go and do this exploration work, which they have stopped, Jason. And the reason they've stopped is that they don't trust that these oil prices will stay this high. And so they don't want to make these outlays and investments for the next 5 to 10 years because they're worried that it's going to be a rug pull, which did happen to them in the back half of last decade and the early parts of this decade. So they're like once bitten, twice shy. They're not going to touch this stuff.
So you're saying oil companies that would do some exploration, it would cost them whatever amount, $2 to get the gasoline out of the earth and then process it, but they're afraid it's going to be negative. They're not going to be able to sell that gasoline or oil.
I think they're afraid that, the United States government may impinge on their ability to actually process it, that there may be tariffs and costs and taxes that they don't
They'll be upside down.
Forecast. They'll be upside down. So they just don't want to be. And right now, and you saw this, I don't know if you guys saw it, but like Shell and Exxon and these guys are printing enormous record profits. So their incentives to change the status quo right now is zero.
They want less supply because then they can raise prices.
They have the perfect situation right now, which is it's an incredibly energy intensive world we live in. And we don't have nearly enough energy to do the work that needs to get done. And by the way, and you saw this week already where, Putin cut Nord Stream by another 50%. It was already running at 40% capacity. He cut it down to 20%. It's only getting worse. So I don't know. I mean, I think this bill could be good. I haven't looked at the specifics to give you a very
well, the specifics aren't even out yet. It's
very fine grain read on it.